Hello, on this Easter weekend, I thought I would record a 1-hour class with an extra long stretch and relaxation that we can enjoy. So to begin with, let's warm up in our usual manner. So breathing in and down. We'll do 5 of these and down. Breathing in and one more. And let's tap. Waking up the energy in the arms. This one is good to stimulate the thymus, also called the thymus thump, which awakens the immune system. And rubbing those kidney points, warming up the lower back muscles. And tapping down. And one more. And let's take that warm up with circles that we sometimes do. So hands lightly on the knees, we'll circle one way and circling the other way. Lovely hips. See if they'll go in a circle one way and the other way. And then shoulders circling back. We generally just do circles to the back, not the front, because it counteracts all the all the folded typing that we do. Folded as in this. Yeah, so circling back, circling wrists. And semi-circling the head. And perhaps I put Caribbean blue on. You can think about circling movements this time. So here we go. Sunrise. And back relaxer. And go around the room. And now go around the room again. Another way. And shoulders. And head and neck. And circling the hips again. And the other way. And finding that beautiful end pose, maybe an Easter egg shape. All right, great. So we'll go into Shakira Waka Waka. So you might want to get a sip of water before we do. Start to build that energy for Waka Waka Africa. For slow marches. And quick. And slow. And quick. And pulse. Walk in a circle. Four slow marches. And fast. And slow. And fast. Walk in a circle. Toe heel. Other side. Walk in a circle. Wonderful. Let's see if I can, yeah. Fantastic. Okay, well, if you're warm, let's just take a few steps to cool ourselves. It's probably warmer in Houston than it is where you are, so I'm very warm. So yes, perhaps a little sip of water. And let's start to bring down the aerobic energy with some tap tap steps. And if you remember that one time or 2 times where we just stood against the wall to see what does it feel like when we're really, really standing straight. For me, my shoulders and head go back. Okay, now of course, we don't really walk like that, but it can give an indication what could shift a little further back to the wall. And then tap, tap, stepping. The other way we can think about it is if we have a beautiful Easter egg painted on the head that we do not want to drop. Maybe a few more. And let's move to a tightrope walk. Again, imagine that beautiful Easter egg shell on the head. For me, doing the tightrope, I always have to make sure my abs are engaged. And it helps me to think of the thighs moving towards each other, or engage the inner thighs is another way of putting it. Some forwards and backs. I'll go this way as well. All right, so let's get the chair for some more balance. I'm too warm now. Strip down. Okay, coming for the balance. Now we probably don't need the chair quite yet. So coming up to the toes and down. Landing down with soft knees. And let's hold for 5. Coming up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, let's go again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you would like a challenge, try closing the eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice. Step it out. And you probably guessed we'll come to the one leg stands. So perhaps a finger on the chair, perhaps not. Coming up like a lovely Easter heron. Now, if you would like to challenge this, feel free to move front and back. With the leg, feel free to move the arms. Okay, again, what I feel happening, what I need to do is I have to strengthen my abs to do this. So feel in your body what needs to strengthen, what needs to engage. to find more balance. And if your balance is challenged here, that's where you need to work. That's great. Same question, even if you're here, what needs to engage in your body to find stability? Okay. All right. Walking that out a little bit. And let's go to the other side. Some people like to put the chair on the other side. So, coming up to the other leg. This may be enough, and that's fantastic. And if you feel the wobble, that question, what do I need to engage to feel more stable? Maybe it's even just the focus. Maybe the focus needs to be more steady. If you do have a little bit of balance today, perhaps moving the foot, perhaps even moving the arms. All right, coming back and down. Okay, so maybe nice to have the chair in front, like so. You may not need it. So you can see my legs. I'm going to put those away. So chair may be in front for a little bit more balance. So this I think we can all do without the chair. It's going to work the hips. So if you start feeling pinching in the hips at this point, only do a few and then stop. So stop when you feel that pinch. However, if you don't feel any pain, feel free to lift that leg. And this is where we may start to need that chair just to rest our fingers in front. Very nice. I'm imagining like a chorus line. Okay. All right, so rubbing that out, a little bit challenged. So yeah, quite a lot of balance today. Maybe walking it out, having a little sip of water, and we will take the ball. It should really be an Easter egg shape today, but I just have a ball today. We'll have to imagine. So yeah, hand to hand. Throwing the ball. Why not having a little bit of play time? Okay, and let's do our nice wrist strengthener. Pulsing the hands against the ball, pulsing the palms of the hands against the ball, making sure the shoulders stay down. They might want to ride up, make them go down. Okay, and we can ease it out this way. A little more of the pulsing. Very nice. Okay, well, let's serve the tea. I'm done 8 of these, so moving to the other side. Little goes a long way with these side, they're kind of stretches, but they're also working the muscles. can take the ball and bring it down and to the chest, down to the chest. Now this is already quite good, quite aerobic. If you would like to work a little harder, bring it up. Now that will be more of a strain on the heart. If you don't have a heart condition, you should be fine. But yes, just be aware. Anytime we take the hands over the head, it's more work for the heart. So it can make us a bit hotter. And remember that talk test. Can you say a sentence? If you can, then you're working to a moderate level, which is where we do want to work. Moderate, not to our max. It's just a safer way to work, which will still burn calories and strengthen us up. Okay, all right. So let's place the ball. Now I know bunnies don't lay eggs, but I always picture the Easter bunny laying a very colorful egg with this pose. So appropriate for Easter. So I'm squeezing the ball with the inner thighs at the same time as shooting my bum back, kind of like skiing. Yeah. If you look down, you should still see your toes. All right, so this is great because squats are fantastic for us, really strength building, and it also works the inner thighs. All right, fantastic. Done with the ball, so let's come to the chair and get the band. And you may want a little sip of water. 2 seconds. We have not done this one in a little while. So we can wrap the legs above the knee, few inches above the knee. Hands go on the band, walking the feet out. Oops. See if you can see my feet. Feet are meant to be pointing forwards. And then we move the knees over the feet, so we have a 90-degree angle there. So knees over the feet in a nice line. This may be enough. I certainly feel this one, but if you would like a little more sensation here, a little more work, bring one leg up and then the other. Okay. Yeah, it makes you long for the normal ones. So that's 3 times. I'm going to go for 5. Number 4 and 5. Great. Maybe doing a few normal ones. Again, if you get the pinch, just rub it out. Stop and rub it out. Otherwise, do some quick ones. Okay, slow ones. Very nice. Okay, now everyone may want to rub that out a little bit, shake it out, and let's do some rows. So I like to sit on the corner of the seat for this. Lasso. Since I'm in Texas, we've got to do this one with the lasso. And then the elbows come back as the leg goes out. I like to breathe out as I straighten the leg and aim for the floor. So we're not going up here. That's quite hard on the groin. Coming down, straightening the leg towards the floor. Let's do just 8 like that. We'll do 8 on the other side and then come back and do 8 on both sides again, just to give it a little bit of a break so we don't do too many at once. Okay, so other side, left foot in my case. Elbows go back as leg straightens and leg is aiming downwards. All right, now you may well wish to take a short break with water, please do. If you would like to do that repetition again with me, I'm going to do 8 more on each side. Starting on the right foot, elbows back as leg straightens. Make sure that foot is aiming low. Okay. If you're with me, 1 more 8. All right, great. Okay, resting the band for a second. We'll come back and do some arms, grabbing the ball, and if you do have a nice back to your chair, placing that ball on the lower back, and we'll do some cat-cows. Just relaxing out the back a little bit. All right, so either staying in the chair or standing for the bicep curl, stepping on the band, hand grasps the band, elbow, if you can see, is, it can also be here. It's just, I like to do it slightly back. And then thumb towards shoulder. Now if the thumb easily touches the shoulder, grab it a bit lower, go a bit slower. Slower is actually harder, strengthening the muscles more, and we don't have to reach the shoulder at all. Just get near the shoulder. So I'll show you from the side. That's what's happening. It's just getting near. But this is a lot more work than when the band had more slack in it. Okay, that may well be enough, around 8. Coming to the other side, grabbing the band, thumb towards shoulder. Very nice. All right, so maybe relaxing out a little bit. We'll do that 1 more on each side. Unless you need a little bit of a break, then maybe take some rolls and stretches. Otherwise, we'll go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. And switching sides. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. Now, going to do this one where we open the upper back. So band is around the upper back. Arms are straight. Ab or core, abs are in, little bit engaged, and breathing in and out. That's how I breathe. If the opposite breath works better for you, use that. Hopefully there's some nice stretching sensation here, but it also does use the muscles of the upper back, so it can also feel challenging. So just work to where you want to today. I'm going to do 3 more. Okay, fantastic. So we'll put the band away, and to kind of loosen that upper back tension that may have crept in, some more shoulder rolls backwards. And some head and neck. Okay, so that's already been a lot of, leg strength, some arm strength. So I'll invite you to either take a little rest. So the little rest may look like this, forearms. We'll do this again, by the way, near the end of the class, but forearms on the thighs, or just going down, and maybe even doing some side-to-side, releasers. But if you would like to continue, if you still got some leg power in you, let's do some skis. So skis are like squats. So squats alone are going to be useful. I'm going to move this chair. Yeah. So again, anytime we really squat or bend the knees, we want the knees over the ankles more or less, not going forward over the toes. And what that always feels like to me is that I'm pushing the bum backwards. Okay, but you can see my arms are coming in. So that's the ski, our version of the ski. So arms going straight as we go back. So next level of the ski. If, this is hard enough, but if you really want to challenge yourself, when you come up, try to come up on the toes. It's difficult because we're moving into it. Toes. Okay, so there's another way to come up on the toes, which is we're flat foot here, and then when we bend down, we come up on the toes. So then ski, coming up on the toes. Okay, you can have an extra Cadbury egg if you're still with me. All right, great. Okay, shaking it out. Okay, you'll be relieved to know it's the end of the strength section. So we'll come to do some Tai Chi, stretch, and relaxation for the rest of the time. So we're really going to bring down the level. Of course, we're still working in the Tai Chi, but yes, there'll be some more stretching and relaxation as well. So I will put on some music for our Tai Chi. Getting that nice bent knee position. And again, if you look down, you should see your toes. So we don't want to do this because it's bad for the knees. So just come up a little bit if you find that you cannot see your toes. over the knees. Okay. And then breathing in and down, inviting the breath. Three more. And we'll move to the bird arms. Either staying there or coming all the way up with the arms. And maybe coming up to the toes. Okay, hugging that mossy tree. And we'll be the wave. See how it feels to slow this one down. To the other side. Coming back to the center, and we'll do some fountains. Feel free to keep these low. But if you've got, shoulder flexibility and strength still, coming up higher. Okay, and we'll do a little bit of the infinity, perhaps swaying as we do this. And stroking that giant pearl. Maybe it's a giant Easter egg. And then we'll take this into a lovely upper back stretch, hugging, the sequoia bringing the arms back, maybe basketing the hands, only if you can keep the shoulders open. If it's crunching your shoulders, keep the arms apart. We're really just looking for that nice stretch, in fact. We can take that band again, double it up, grab both ends, and pull backwards. Yeah, maybe come out of it. Do that a few times. Really loosens the shoulder joints. Hands coming up. And down. Perhaps doing it 3 times. And there's quite a nice one we don't often do. Just bringing the band around in an egg shape, actually, and the other way. Okay. You may want to grab the shoulder, grab the arm, pull it a little bit. Might be down here on both sides. And shoulders all the way up to the ears and down. Up to the ears and down. And one more up to the ears and down. And then let's look down and to the center, or down and look up if there's no strain on your neck. My neck isn't particularly happy when I look up, so I tend to go down and center. And then looking right and left. We'll have some ear towards shoulder. Won't get very far, just as long as you feel the subtle stretch down the opposite side of the neck. Other ear towards shoulder. Okay, so I invite you to now go to the floor or go to the chair. I will attempt to demonstrate both options. If you're on the floor, please do the cat-cow. So nice on the floor. Same if you're on the chair, do the cat-cow as we did before. If you're on the floor, I'll show the chair in a minute. Spreading the legs out, and we'll do this lovely back relaxer. So, hands to hands, and striking it across the body. Hand to hand, striking it across the body. Okay. Keep doing that if you're on the floor. And if you're on the chair, our lovely back relaxer is sitting on the side of the chair and facing the back. It's a nice twist. So 4 or 5 times one side. if you're on the chair, and 4 or 5 times the other side. Okay. So we'll do some legs next. If you're on the chair, doing this lovely one. Toe towards nose, hands on thigh, sitting up straight, and perhaps bending forward over the leg. You may already feel a nice stretch sitting up. If so, just stay there. And swap sides when you're ready, and then take some ankle rolls. If we're on the floor, we can actually, hug one knee in. This other knee may be bent. It may go straight, and rolling the ankle one way and rolling the ankle the other way. Swapping legs when you're ready. Okay, if you're on the floor and you've done that, in your own time, in these lovely ones. Feet are together. I'll show you from this side. Feet are together. Knees are coming apart in a nice circle. Okay, so keep doing that. If you're on the chair, this might be a nice time to relax the back by leaning the forearms on the thighs, or even coming fully down and really relaxing that head. Shaking the head no and yes, letting it hang. And if you're comfortable with this one and you're on the floor, stretch out that hip. Now, any pain in the hip, don't do this one. Similar if you've had like a hip replacement. It's not a good idea. But if it does feel like a good stretch without pain, if you want to get really, really strong with this one, that's when you lift the leg. But most of us will do down here. If you really don't feel this at all, feel free to lift the leg. Okay, other side. I'm going to face this way. This can be done in the chair as well. So, this is probably enough. Foot is flexed to protect the knee. If you want a lot more sensation coming up. Okay, and if you're on the floor, feel free to windshield wiper. Windshield wiper those knees back and forth. So nice. And if we're on the chair, we can come up with our shoulders. I hope yours are feeling looser. Mine certainly are. Okay. It's getting exciting, this music. Now, if you're in the chair, you can also do these lovely circles of the head. So starting out small circles. Basically, you're painting circles with the nose. So starting small and getting bigger and doing it the other way. It actually relaxes a ton of different little muscles in the back of the head. So I'll let you relax the head there. Now, if we're on the floor, we can do this. It's not I find it relaxing for the spine, but it also does take a little bit of, a little bit of muscle as well, is the bridge. So you can come up very, very little. You could just, the pelvic floor comes up and down. Or, if it feels nice for you, come up further and roll that spine down. That can feel really nice. So perhaps coming up further and rolling that spine down. But it will relax the lower spine even if you are sticking to just a small lift and down. Okay, so why don't we take some pelvic floor exercises, whether you're sitting down or lying down. I'm going to sit here somewhere in the middle, and let's do 3 sets of 10. So ready, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, great. They're also called Kegels. These pelvic floor exercises, good for women and men, though men often don't believe you. Okay, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice. Okay, now I invite you, sitting or lying down, take any stretches that feel nice to you. Any last stretches. Could be diagonal with your arms. It could be a leg out. If you're lying down, it can be nice to do diagonal. Right arm, left leg. Stretch that out. Find that nice line. And then do the other side. So any stretches that feel nice for you. And then after that, we'll get into a comfortable seat or lying down. And we'll just do a little bit of meditation, relaxation. So if you're like me and have cooled down a lot, you may want to put on another layer, especially if you're lying on the floor. That tends to cool us down quite a lot. Okay, I'll just turn this off completely. Okay, so get into your comfortable position, perhaps closing your eyes. And begin by noticing if the breath is in the abdomen or the belly at all. This can be done with the hands. Can you feel the movement of the breath when you place the hands on the abdomen there? allowing the body to let go of tension, letting it melt off, roll off like water. If there are any knots of tension anywhere, imagine them as ice melting away. And then the water evaporating. Ice to water to steam. Allowing the body to be heavier if you're in the chair. The lower half of the body really like solid, really heavy. Give yourself to the floor, to the chair. Although the spine is still lifted. If you are on the floor, just let everything go. Surrender to gravity. And if it helps you to bring in a color all around you, a color you find helpful and healing, breathing that color in, letting it go through the body to any of the tensions, to any of the open spaces. Releasing anything you don't want on the out breath and breathing in that beautiful color instead. We'll just slowly start to wake up again. Maybe moving fingers and toes. Maybe rotating the shoulders, stretching the head and neck. Thank you for joining me today. I'll give you a namaste as my heart bows to your heart. And yes, if you have journeyed with me through this whole video, you know, we worked really hard. So yes, enjoy the fruits of that. And I hope this relaxation brings you a peaceful rest of the day. All right. Bye.